Alright guys, Pterodactyl here, and today I'm going to give you my opinion on what changes and fixes Hell Let Loose needs now that Update 9 has dropped. If you like this video then please give it a like and subscribe for more. Update 9 made a couple of changes to nodes. A single engineer can now build all 12 nodes for the team. A great change. Now, if the entire team isn't that interested in building nodes, a dedicated engineer can now build them all. Plus, he will get a crap ton of XP for doing so. The other change is when you have nodes in a friendly sector that gets captured, they will all automatically dismantle. This is a bad change in my opinion. If a team is getting pushed back, their ability to counter gets hampered so much because of this. Plus, satchel charges lose some of their effectiveness. They should revert this change in my opinion. You can now build garrisons in enemy territory for 100 supplies instead of the normal 50. They also get disabled if an enemy gets within 100 meters of them. I have played a few games where we have completely steamrolled the enemy team because we built a garrison on the edge of the enemy sector. This lets us spawn behind the control point we was attacking, while giving us a garrison right next to the next control point. Now, while I think this may be too early to change, what could be done is, instead of being able to build a garrison in the entire enemy sector, which are 2 columns or rows, only allow the garrison to be built in the first column or row. Now, I said it might be too early to change this because the defending team can, well, defend against this if they shift their mentality from just defending the control point to defending the area around it. Map control is king in Hell Let Loose, so you need to keep an eye out for sneaky garrisons behind the control point. What I have been trying to do when leading a defensive squad is keep the majority of the squad, say like 4 members, around the actual strong point and send 2 members out, one of them being the anti-tank role, to essentially patrol around the sector itself to look for pushes from the enemy outposts, enemy garrisons, and then we can report them in, and the AT can then just take them out easily, or if we need to adjust how many soldiers we've got defending the strong point to patrolling, we can do that, and it's been working pretty well. Just a small one here, but there are some bugs that I've noticed that have been introduced in Update 9. One is the Kar 98 sniper, where if you hip fire it, you cannot recycle another round into the rifle, you have to actually reload it. Now, no one is really going to hip fire that rifle, but you might do it in a pinch at close range. But if you don't know about this bug, you're then going to be screwed. Second is some odd grenade performance where sometimes it just doesn't throw it, and then you can no longer throw any grenades until you switch to your weapon or a different piece of equipment, then back again. The grass loading time has been improved, but it still needs a lot of work. Also, with the current implementation where the grass setting controls how far the grass is rendered, it's just making people play on the lowest setting, therefore giving them an advantage against players who want to play with the highest quality. Now, I have no idea how my suggestion will affect performance, but what if the grass by default was rendered at the same distance for everyone, and what the grass setting would control would be the texture quality of the grass and foliage. So all the bushes and extra long grass would still render, but the texture or sprite quality would be lower. This wouldn't punish players who play at higher settings, and it'll pretty much put everyone on an even playing field. Performance for most players has taken a hit in Update 9, though through some testing I've done in an empty server, so not really comparable to true gameplay performance, I've seen the frame rate be 20 to 50 frames per second lower than Update 8 on an empty server. What the hell has happened here? Performance has been the biggest complaint since the game has been released, so let's get a huge focus on performance and optimization, which leads me on to, if you didn't know already, add in -DX12 into your Steam launch options for most players gives you a nice FPS boost. Some people report crashes, but I think playing in windowed full screen stops these crashes. Also, there could be some extra stuttering while playing, but what fixes this for me is when you spawn in for the first time, just spin around a couple of times and you should be fine. The extra frames you can get from forcing the game to run at DirectX 12 are huge. So what the devs should look at, if they're not already, is properly implementing DirectX 12. this would give every player the benefit of the increased performance, and I'm guessing that by actually implementing it, the benefits will be even bigger. How long ago did we start getting teasers of these extra face cosmetics that were coming to the game? I remember seeing images of like goggles, cigars, glasses, many other things. I can't remember the dev briefing where this was first shown, but there are Reddit posts 11 months old that show us what they've been working on. So where are they? Are they still coming? Can we get an update please, devs? Along with DirectX 12, bring DLSS to Hell Let Loose. If you don't know what DLSS is, it stands for Deep Learning Super Sampling, and it's something that RTX cards can take advantage of. I believe AMD have got their own equivalent in development as well. What it does is it renders the game at a lower resolution, but then chips on the RTX cards actually upscale it to your selected resolution. The result is that the game can actually look better, and with some games we have seen the frame rate increase by 50 or even 100%. That's a no-brainer to get this in the game. So devs, if you're bringing DirectX 12, make sure you give DLSS support. The new implementation of Barbed Wire works really well. Barbed Wire is now actually worth building. Some people complain that only satchel charges and artillery can blow it up, but I think making tanks and AT being able to blow them up could just make them too weak. All people need to do is coordinate with artillery to get the barbed wire destroyed, or throw smoke out to get a satchel charge down. However, what needs to change is that the pre-made barbed wire cannot be destroyed. This needs to change as soon as possible. How many of you double click in the server browser to join that selected server? And how many of you get frustrated that when you click on a server that's not at the very center of your screen, the whole list either goes up or down based on where you've clicked? That is just super frustrating, super stupid, and devs just stop making the server browser move when we click around. Just leave it. When we click on a server, it's because we want to double click on it. Revert that change. So let me know what you guys think of my suggestions, and if you have any of your own suggestions, put a comment in down below. So thank you for watching. Give this video a like, subscribe for more, and come check out my live streams, and I will see you in the next one.